What's up, everybody, and welcome back to MyGM mode. Today, we are starting out our journeys in our booking adventures. Of course, if you missed the last episode, we completed our drafts, so we have our rosters built now. And today, the journey very much gets going. And our first PLE that we're building to is King and Queen of the Ring. So, without further ado, let's get into some decisions and see where we take it from here. Now, I am up first, so I've got to select my champions on both sides of the equation, both for the men's and for the women's. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now, I'm going to start out by doing something slightly controversial and not having a world champion straight away.
What?
Because I can. My tag champs are going to be Finn and Braun, because two heels as tag champs, that's what I want. Now, for my Intercontinental Champion, I want a fighting champion. So we're going to go with Damian Priest. And that will sort out my men's division. Now, for my women's division, we're going to go for Bianca for my women's champ. My tag champions are going to be Nia Jax. And, because I need a bit of popularity on her, Kiana James. Now, for my Intercontinental Women's Champion, I kind of wanted to go heel with that as well, but I don't necessarily have someone that I'd like because I want to match up Bianca and Asuka straight away. So I'm going to go with Gigi for that and put in her as my Women's Intercontinental Champion. So I'm going to confirm those collections and we'll go into our booking. Now, of course, Bragster will be getting his chance to make some decisions in the very near future so he can sit quietly in the corner taking notes on how to do it properly. And of course, you can see... So as you can see, we've got a few power cards, but we're not going to use them just yet. We'll use them in a more desperate moment when we need to claw some fans back. So, we'll start out with the main event. Nice and simple. It's going to be for the world title, and we are going to have Punk and Carrion in for the World Heavyweight Championship. And that will be our main event.
Go on, Karrion Kross.
I knew Bryson was going to say that. He is very predictable. And then we are going to have a Intercontinental... No, sorry. That's not what we're doing. We're doing Bianca versus Asuka as our opener. It's going to be a tables match to make it a little bit more spicy. And then our mid-card is going to be... Who have we got? We've got Lash Legend. We've obviously got a tag champs as well. We might go with a tag match there, I think. Go with Nia and Kiana against Lash and Io. We'll not make it a title match because we've already got one on the main event. And then I think we'll go with Giant versus Cruiser because Mello don't miss.
He doesn't.
And then we'll save it at that. So pretty normal way of things at the minute. Promos, don't really need anyone to call anyone now. Although we might do Zoe calling out Gigi. Put that in there. Self promo. We haven't got many good promo guys at the minute. What do we want to do? Promo for Damien. Self promo for Finn, I guess. Get their promos up. Logistics wise, of course, in this year's GM, it's a little bit different because you do unlock matches as you go along, and obviously there's assets involved as well. Now, I like to invest early, and I like to invest a lot, so we're gonna... Oh no, I can't do that because I've got no assets, so that's not gonna happen. I've only got one asset. Don't know why he's laughing, because he can't do anything either.
Yeah, it's funny because your plan got scuppered.
I was, yeah. I don't. I'll use that later. So that's going to be our card. We're going to have Bianca, Asuka, the tag team match, Rowan and Carmelo, and then Punk Cross for the title at the end of the show. So I'll confirm that. And Bragster can take us away.
Oh, bugger. Yeah. I definitely heard all those matches and wasn't trying to plan myself.
Yeah, sure.
Now, men's champion, I was actually going to try and look at people's popularity. And and I've realised one of the matches I can't do, which is good because it means that I think I might just put it on Cody. You know, I know it's basic, but I'm gonna do it.
Basic Bragster strikes again.
Yeah, and then for my mid card, little tag champs, I'm gonna go for Obafemi with Charlie Dempsey.
Interesting.
Nice pairing. Then for my mid card, I really wasn't sure. I was either going to go for Cedric or Javon to try and feud possibly with Big Man Gunther for that mid card title. I genuinely might put it on Javon just to really up him a little bit, and I know he might lose it very, very quickly to Gunther. But it's going to help Javon now, and that's what matters. Then for the women's side of things, I think I want to put it on Shayna. I think. Because I think I'm going to do Bayley versus Shayna as my first little feud. Nice. Then the mid card, like the tag champs, I've said that twice now. It's going to be Takora Jade and Raquel Rodriguez. I think that'd be a very good pairing. Even in real life, I think it'll be a good pairing. Then now we're at this stage where I was kind of gonna have my mid card be between Alexa and Cargill, possibly. I've realized I've really neglected heels in this entire thing. But it's difficult. I'm gonna go with Cargill because that was my original plan, and worry about things later. So, which is Connor's motto to most things. So let's confirm those.
Here we go. So, this is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins. I don't need you, Paul, right now. Thank you very much, though. I'm gonna go to talent scouts very early on, because what I need is heels desperately. I probably need like a heel giant maybe really early on, and I've got the money to spend, so we're gonna need male, we're gonna need a heel, and I'm gonna need a giant, and I've got enough talent scouts for that. I don't need anything else. You
could up it as well, though, if you wanted to, from rookies to...
Yeah, but I could. My worry is with that is that the more I go, the more I'm spending on people, and I don't really want my spend to go up. Okay. I don't care that it's a rookie at all. I kind of would prefer it if it's a rookie, if anything. So let's search. These are brilliant. These are exactly what I was looking for. Ren Monsoon and Argus the Great. And if you think I'm not picking Argus the Great, you've got something else coming.
WrestleMania main eventer right there.
Let's just see how much... Like, I could literally get Argus to the end of the season for 19,000.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good investment, actually. Yep. So I'm going to sign him permanently. I think that's a great investment for me. Let me just write that down. That Argus is now on my not the shopping place, but Argus. Anyway, so we're gonna have a main event of Cody versus Gunther for the title, just to sort of start my first show a little bit. And just establish a few feuds, and then we're going to have Shayna. I'm actually setting my show up very similar to yours, I've realised, but I think it's the right way of setting it up.
It's almost like I know what I'm doing, Braxton.
It is almost like you know what you're doing.
Not to pat myself on the back too much, folks, but you know, it is what it is. At this
point, I need Roman Reigns in a feud, so I need to work out what Roman Reigns is doing, and I don't know what he's doing. That's kind of the problem. So I've got a brilliant solution to this problem, and everyone in the comments section is going to hate me. Roman Reigns and R-Truth
oh my god,
versus Charlie Dempsey and Obafemi for the tag titles. Let's go. What a feud that is. I have nothing for Roman Reigns as of right now, so that is what
we have
he's
nothing
gonna
for
be
you,
doing.
Roman. No matter how great you are as the tribal chief, we have nothing for you. So
No,
you're buddying with our truth.
you're buddying with R-Truth for a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on my women's mid-card. Or do I do that, actually? Or do I just go all in on two nice little tag team matches in the middle between Raquel and Cora, and then who I want to be against them, which was Ivy and Katana Chance, which again would be great matches. So then we've got those. What is my commissioner's goal? Do not book your most available spot. You absolute asshole. That's Cody Rhodes, you dick.
You don't need to follow that.
No, I know, but
It
what does
doesn't. It doesn't give you any more fans because you followed the commissioner goal.
I know,
Like,
but it gives me power cards, and power cards are useful.
yes, but you'll get plenty of them as time goes on, mate. That's not the.
Reduces injury time for one superstar by 3 weeks. Well, I'm not in a position where that's going to come around very quickly.
There, give it time.
Book 5 shows. How has our Argus the Great got a better promo skill than Javon Evans? Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna do Alexa call now. Jade is probably the smartest call first. Then who else have I just randomly got on the roster? Cedric's doing bugger all and Lyra's doing bugger all as of right now. So the only other title feud that I've not set up is Argus versus Javon. So Argus is going to turn up and everyone's going to be like, who the hell is this guy? But he's going to call out Javon. And then charity between Lyra and Cedric. And Cedric is probably the better choice here. So I'm going to go with that. Now, do I want to gimmick up any of these? You two, all of these guys have great stamina, which is quite concerning. These two have great stamina. So where can I go with you guys? I could put you guys in a nice little Extreme Rules match. That'd be nice. You guys have great stamina, but I feel like that's going to be useful later on. We'll save that one for the pay-per-view. Cool. That's good to know, though. That's good to know. So we're going to have that as a tables match just to make sure that it outperforms. Yeah, because the popularity in this is good, but the popularity here is very good. And with the tables match, it should be fine. Should I just... Do I want... I really like getting the concert hall in. I just think long-term it's better. Oh, I don't have assets to do anything. So that helps. Raise the popularity of your... by 15, but that's now going to be Argus, isn't it? Yeah, it's now going to be Argus. That's the point.
And he's going to do it all on his own with his 2 rated promo skills.
That's a pointless power. Yeah, it's a pointless power card to use right now. So I think that's going to be everything that I do. We got a couple of call outs. Let's just swap that call out on that charity just so it's a bit more varied. I'm a bit concerned by the fact that there's 2 tag matches and 2 thingies, but overall, for a first show, I will accept that and confirm the booking.
Awesome.
Yes. Hated that.
Okay, so we have our first shows booked now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the results of our very first shows. Of course, to begin with, we've got the tables opener between Bianca and Asuka. And we'll count it in. And Bianca wins. Woo! And we start off the feud with a good 3.5. 3 stars out of 5 match. We've got the call out from Zoe to Gigi. That starts a rivalry there. Tag team match between the tag champs Nia and Kiana against Lash and Io. And again, we'll count that in. And you've got the tag champs showing exactly what they're made of. Disappointing, but it's the start of a rivalry, which is what I want from a mid-card in the early weeks. Self-promo from Damien. He gets his popularity. Mid-card, Cruiser versus Giant. Eric versus Carmelo. Should be a decent match, I think.
Yeah.
mediocre. Didn't start a rivalry.
No rivalry.
Not the best start, but we get self promo for Finn, and he doesn't get any popularity. This has been a rough middle part of the mid card. Last 3 quarters of the show have fallen off a little bit, but that's okay because
Finn.
we have a main event to knock your socks off, ladies and gentlemen. We have CM Punk versus Karrion Kross. And it's going to be our first ever World Heavyweight Champion is Mr. Phil Brooks.
No rivalry,
taking
though.
Kross to the line and making him go to sleep. So it will be 3 out of 5 stars for that. Let's see what NXT has.
So we've got Bayley versus Shayna in a tables match because we love tables matches. How's it going to go? Shayna retains her title in a 3.5-star match. Lovely stuff. So we got Shayna and Bayley.
I love how he's making notes.
What?
I just love he's got a pen and paper.
Yeah, look.
Where's the brain power, Bragster? Where's the brain power?
You should know me by now. I don't have that. Then we've got Alexa Bliss call out Jade Cargill. So we got Alexa. And Alexa, shut up. I need to block her from speaking to me. Right, perfect. In Cargill, level 1. This is a great start to the show. Lovely mid-card tag title match here. I'm kind of hoping for a retain, but I don't mind either way. And Roman Reigns and R-Truth win the titles. No rivalry grows. That's useful. Charity promo by Cedric. A nice 1,500 fans there. That's lovely. These tag titles. Let's see if these also change hands. They don't. Cora and Raquel retain in a 2-star, but it is a good old rivalry. Rodriguez. I can't spell a name, so there we go. And a Niall and Chance. Level 1. See, we're going to have enough to blow off already. Yes, Argus. Get in, Argus. Argus the Great. Argus and Javon.
Brax's mascot's been already developed in week 1.
Come on, Argus. This is brilliant. And in the main event, in an Extreme Rules match, Cody Rhodes versus Gunter. In what should be an amazing match, Cody Rhodes retains in a 3.5-star match, and the rivalry grows again. How lovely is that? Rhodes and Gunther, absolutely brilliant. So many rivalries. What a time to be alive. All day WCW. What was WCW's main event? Jesus.
Rhea versus Alba.
Wow.
For the WCW women's belt. And then you've got Sammy and KO as a tag team. Oh God, remember those days against the War Raiders.
Oh, it's so good.
So no one necessarily leaping above everybody else.
No, everyone's got a weak part of their show. Like, every brand's got a weak part of their show. Yeah. So it's like SmackDown's opener wasn't great.
Yeah, I think yours is the most consistent.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of helps that I did kind of overbook with title matches. Yeah. So that does play a part. Anyway. Brooks Jensen is that Brooks Jensen, or have I got that wrong? Is that Brooks?
I don't think so.
Or is that Josh Briggs? That
Josh Briggs, isn't it? Beating Randy for the title. So there you go.
Wow.
And yeah, so WCW obviously have the best match, but Braxton does have 2 3.5-star matches under his belt already. So work for me to do. But let's take a look through the viewership. We've got 29,000 fans.
29,000's decent.
We'll see. In comparison to you guys, we might be a little bit behind.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair, with the early stages and with no assets really, or any sort of decent standing, I'm not surprised by that.
NXT 37,000. Get in. Oh, Obafemi and Charlie Dempsey are an incredible tag team. What a time to be alive. Just a thrown together team doing brilliant stuff. You should be, because I am smashing this. This is great.
You're smashing it. You've got 8,000 more fans. I think you just need to pump the brakes a little bit there, Braxton, before you get too ahead of yourself.
I think it means I'm winning. It means I'm winning, though.
WCW get 34,000.
Nice.
SmackDown get 30,000. So
I'm
Bragster is
winning.
leading. Oh
I'm
dear.
winning. I'm winning.
And I am bottom.
Oh look,
Granted,
Logan Paul's champion.
by just under 2,000 fans. So it's not like it's a massive gap between me and SmackDown. So
Logan Paul's champion, Grimmy.
you are sorry?
Logan Paul's champion. Look at that.
Right, let's go to Canada and
Oh.
and rejig this up. Let's light a fire under this Raw roster, shall we? Right, so we're gonna put our least popular bruiser in. We're gonna have Baron.
He's not very happy though. He's not very happy with you, look. He looks very angry, actually.
I mean, everyone looks very angry. If you look at Finn and Carrion and Braun, I mean, it's like
Oh, Carmelo's very upset with you as well. What have you done to these boys?
I think Carmelo's got more of a smouldering look going on than anything else.
He doesn't look very happy though.
Anyway, we're gonna have a run in from Eric.
He's going to be very angry with you, isn't he?
And he is going to be very angry with me, and that's what I want. The angrier, the better. We're going to have
upset.
Bianca versus Asuka for the title in another tables match. And then for the opener, we're going to have Damien versus... We'll go Braun. Because he's got more stamina.
Nice.
And we're going to make it Extreme Rules. So yeah, bit of everything there. Bit of everything. Nice bit of variety. It's always the spice of life.
You can now buy show logistics if you want.
You can have what?
Show logistics. You can do them if you want.
I can, but I want to get that concert hall first.
Boo.
I know what you're trying to do, though, but I appreciate the effort. We'll save that for another time, then.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll book that second show, then, and we'll put that in. And then we'll let Bragster talk away for another half hour whilst he decides what he's doing.
That power card really scares me.
It should.
Right, there we go. In short... Javon Evans cuts a promo this week. Sets an opposing band to start next week with 0 scouting points. It's not good enough. I don't think that's... I'm not really bothered if you sign crappy people and it doesn't bother me. So, okay. I might switch this around. It might not be my main event, but we're gonna have it my main event for now, just because of who's involved. And we're gonna put the titles back on the line. Again, because I've got good staminas. And we're going to put it in a tables match. Again, this might not be my opener, but we're going to have Jade versus Alexa. Again, put the title on the line. Just to have a couple of title matches. So every title has been defended so far. Then we're going to have... I was going to have Javon versus Argus. Again, could possibly make that a title match. Probably will. And then this is where I was like, I don't really know what to do here. Because I want to give some people a bit of a rest. So we've kind of got Cedric there. What I could do, it could massively screw me over if I make this a triple threat though, couldn't it? Could massively screw me over if I put Cedric in here and I make it a triple threat for the title. Could massively screw me over, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just for a bit of variety, because I feel like Cedric's not been on the show. Oh, that is because they've been left off the shows. That's why they're angry. Oh, I get it now. Again, so we got Ivy and Lyra. Now, Lyra wasn't used last week at all. Ivy. Could have been... just trying to think. What I could do is a nice little Lyra versus Shayna match. Just to have a match on the card. Not non-title. And then we can have Bailey call out Shayna. Then... What else do I want? I want a tag team call out. And I want, as Ivy's upset, we can do these two. The little party party gym duo. There we go. The party gym duo against the Goths. I don't know. And then, and then at this point, I don't, like again. I could literally have anything, but it probably should be another call out between Gunther and Cody.
Yeah.
Is what it probably should be. So it's what I'm going to do. Just to progress that one. So it's a lot of call outs, but I like that mid card one because it's not going to outperform this. And I just think because of Roman being in there, that could possibly be my best match on the card. And let's be honest, that's not going to outperform that. So I'm saving a bunch of money. So that's all good there. Any of these that I want, raise the selected superstars morale, don't really care. I can manage morale as of right now. But thinking about it, I might need to sign someone again. Just looking at the fact that I've just not got a lot going for me in terms of Cedric's not doing a lot and Lyra's not doing a lot. So I might need a heel bruiser female. Is that what I think it is?
It is.
Lovely. And I could sign you for the whole thing, and that would take me to 34,000 off my thing. But again, I'm signing up for the whole thing. It's worth it, I think, just to have a couple of those on the cards. So we got Vicky McLeod, and we can sign Vicky. Could even have Vicky cost Lyra here, which I might do. How do I interference on? There we go. Vicky on Lyra. It has already set it up. That's perfect. And then we've got a bit of variety on this card. Vicky's coming in. Vicky McLeod. And I think that's my booking done. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smashing. Okay, so let's see how this one goes. Hopefully it's a little bit better for me this week. Starting with an Extreme Rules match between Damien and Braun for the Intercontinental title. Are we going to have a double champ?
Ooh.
No, we are not. Damien will defend it, and a new rivalry start between Priest and Braun.
Nice.
Call out from Carrion doesn't progress the rivalry, but I'm sure
that rivalry does not want to start, by the way.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Mid card again, title match for the tag titles, despite Io and Lash losing, and they're going to win them. We've got a new title change, and the progression of that rivalry does not happen. Hits a brick wall. Finn has a better promo this week.
Well done, Finn.
And now we have Baron's first appearance on the Raw brand against Carmelo with a run-in from Eric. And it's going to be a disappointing match, but the rivalry does start between Rowan and Hayes. Call out again, grows the rivalry to a level 2 rivalry. And then we get our jazzy main event between Bianca and Asuka in a tables one-on-one match, repeating what happened last week. Will the result be the same? Yes, it will. Bianca retains in a 5.5-star classic, baby. That's how we do it.
God. That's a huge result for you.
When you've got it,
huge.
You know, when you've got it, you've got it. You know what I mean?
That's
huge.
You've
got it. So that is by far the best match we've had so far. So Bragster, take it away with NXT.
Yeah, thank you. On the card that very clearly I'm not going to have the best match because I've got none of my top talent in there. But we've got Jade Cargill versus Alexa Bliss for the women's North American title. Let's see how this goes. Jade Cargill retains her title in a 3.5-star match, but it doesn't grow the rivalry despite the fact it was a title match and they already have a level 1. It's really annoying. But a great match nonetheless. So, I'll accept that. Bailey calling out Shayna makes it a level 2. So that's perfect. That's building nicely for the go-home show. Then a lovely triple threat match for the North American title. Let's see how this goes. Javon, I was worried Cedric was going to win. I was preparing myself for disappointment. But no, Javon retains, which is lovely. And Argus and Javon get to a level 2. Argus and Javon are like my favourite feud right now. This is brilliant.
It's 2 weeks in and he's already got a favourite.
Yeah, I've already got a favourite. Cedric being on the show means he won't be disappointed as well, so that really helps there.
Yeah.
The women's tag division, brilliant again. A nice level 2 rivalry. Lovely stuff. Everything's developing nicely. Then we've just got a nice little throwaway match here between Lyra Valkyria and Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, the champion, picks up the victory, and McLeod and Valkyria are in a rivalry. So that is lovely. And it means that we also build Shayna up a bit more to be this dominant force, which is lovely. Cody obviously makes it a level 2 with Gunther with that level 5 promo skill. And we get to the lovely tables match main event between the tag team champions of Roman Reigns and R-Truth.
This could be a banger, this one, to be fair.
And Charlie Dempsey. I'm really hoping this is a banger. It just needs to be better than the mid-card, and it will be. And that's a 3.5 star main event. Both sides, 3.5 stars. Absolutely lovely. And it starts the rivalry between R-Truth and Reigns versus Femi
and Dempsey.
Femi and Dempsey. Lovely.
Good stuff. Okay, so WCW, their main highlights, another rematch for the women's title between Rhea and Alba Fire. And then we've got SmackDown, who have a rematch again for the men's title, and with Randy looking to get that back. And then you've got a tag title open up there. So they could be some good ratings if we're not careful. SmackDown is 3 stars across the board, and WCW pretty much the same as Bragster. Like for like, really.
Yeah, pretty much, apart from, 0.5 as a star on the mid-card?
Yeah. Obviously, the standout match being my main event between Bianca and Asuka, which is a good sign of things to come, hopefully. Yeah. Let's see what that means in terms of fans. We pick up 32,000 fans there and get some money as well. Decent rating overall. Nothing really that's jumping out to me in terms of advice or notes or anything like that. Bragster, here are yours.
32,000, nice, and some money as well. So that money's helped pay off good old Vicky McLeod there, which is nice.
Yeah.
But no real show notes to really focus on, which is fine because I got one last week, so I don't really mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So WCW, they pick up 31,000, and of course Sammy and KO work as a team, and then SmackDown has 30,000 themselves. So I've made a bit of ground.
Yeah.
On SmackDown there, and I think Bragster will still have his lead, and we've got a goal complete. So we've got bad publicity that steals 10% of their fans from next week's show.
No.
I wonder who I'll use that on.
Oh no.
So the final standings after the first 2 weeks are as follows. We are literally bottom by 450 fans, and Bragster is leading by just under 3,000 over Mr. Fuji. So Mr. Fuji very much keeping us all in his hearts in the hope to stop Bragster from winning this by the end of season 1.
Me.
So yeah, we again still pretty close though. Only 8,000 fans in it. I think for the most part, what I've seen with GM mode is it is pretty close, and then pay-per-views really do make a big difference. So, and obviously go-home shows, and we'll see a go-home show in the next episode. But we'll leave it there for now. As always, folks, first 2 weeks are done. Let us know down in the comments what you think of the first 2 weeks booking. Do you have a favourite already? Are you with Bragster in that August the Great will carry him to the title? Or are you maybe more of a Mr. Fuji fan at this point? Let us know in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you want to see more MyGM content. And we will catch you on the next one where hopefully I can make some ground up back on Bragster. Fingers crossed.